Hello you guys, welcome back to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. Today I will be doing things a little different. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to speak a little slower so that you guys can get the full message. Not that you guys didn't in the past videos, but I don't want to rush. So this video is probably going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. So it could be a good car ride video or maybe a good, kick back on the couch snack video to see what Spirit has to say to you. If this resonates with you, this video is most definitely for you. This video is for the collective. These are divine messages. So let's do some channeling and get some, some info that can help us on our journeys. Hope everyone is having, a great day. I'm blessed because it's starting to warm up, and where I'm at, I'm over in Cali. It's warming up over here, so that's very, that's a blessing because it's been really cold. That's why I got my coat on. I'm still cold. Sure, but it's warming up for sure. All right, so in this deck, which is the let me see. I like to share with you guys because I know that we have other that do the same work that I do, light work. And so this is the Ladder Oracle deck. Okay. Oh. Okay. Ancestors and spiritual guides, I thank you for conveying messages to the collective and myself. Because believe it or not, I get messages too through this and insightful help. So let's get it. So the first card that came out is 30 is voice. You are here to be known. So speak and be seen. Okay. So that's going to be 30 voice. So this card really talks about speaking your truth, speaking your truth and standing in your truth. I believe that speaking your truth and standing in your truth, being honest with yourself and not allowing others to make you feel a certain way, so you hold back, not letting others' opinions affect your truth. Okay, so I only did one of these cards because it can get pretty lengthy when it comes to reading. This is going to be a really good reading. I can already tell because I'm getting really hot. That let me know that Spirit is here, the ancestors are here, the divine, the galactic Federation is here, sending this message through, and it is a protected line. I did pray before I turned the camera on, so the line is secure, y'all. We cloaked. Just know that. Okay, so it says 30 voice. You are here to be known. So speak and be seen. Family, culture, and society can often demand silence and invisibility. Sometimes early in life, silence and invisibility are even the necessary means for survival. However, at some point in our lives, we need to release our light from the shadows and shine our uniqueness into the world. Initially, the very thought of expressing ourselves may stir up fears of being criticized, rejected, or abandoned. Nonetheless, it is always up to us whether such fears stop us or we persist alongside them until they dissipate. To withhold our unique gifts results in trapped energy. So to withhold all of that in can trap you. It traps energy within you that turns negative and is potentially toxic to our health and well-being. Allowing our spirit self to sing, nourish, and expand us. Our wings mend by expressing our voice. flight is possible. Yeah, flight is possible when we express ourselves in ways that others can truly know and connect with us. The guardian assures you that living according to your spirit self's voice will not betray you. It is you and has your back, often in ways that are not immediately obvious. Nonetheless, hindsight will always reveal that being true to yourself is the way of fulfilling the love, security, and completeness that you seek. It is a time of turning into your voice from your heart's center. It may involve tuning out any unsupportive external forces. Much joy can be had in exploring every medium or form that inspires you. Allow your body, thoughts, and hearts to breathe in tune with your spirit selves. Beat and vitality so miracles and blessings can reach you. You are the only person who can proceed to make you invisible or silent. Once you accept yourself, no one and nothing can have the limiting effects of judgment, criticism, or rejection. It is always up to you to let no doubt or fear have the power to bury you in the mutting shadows. Remember that every perceived rejection, setback, or failure is a lesson forming your pathway to the door that opens. Only you can stop you from walking through. So the message is your difference is your blessing and responsibility to share. Okay. So I hope that resonated with someone, and we're going to start the reading. So thank you, Divine. Okay. If I stop and pause, it's me receiving messages from Spirit, from the Divine. So if I stop and pause, don't worry. If I look this way or away from the camera, I hope it don't bother you. You still are getting the message, right? I'm talking. My mouth is moving. So let's see what happens. So, I'm getting creation. This word creation is coming through. So at some point later on the reading, most likely creation come up. Love is coming through. Loving oneself is what they're giving me. Loving oneself. So love yourself. Love yourself before you love anybody. You can't love anybody until you love yourself is what they're saying. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. They be coming through with the messages because that's real. I feel like when we are parents and, children, to our parents, and I feel like we have to put them first. We have to put our children's first needs first, and we have to put the love of our children's first, the love of our parents first, or our families, or our communities, and we'll be fine. We'll handle us later. I feel like that's backwards, and I feel like that was taught to us through society, but a lot of things that was taught through society is backwards. And now we are being guided and pushed to unlearn the old ways that no longer work and learn new ways to uplift our souls, because it's so much going on in the world. You see that the things that we were taught ain't worked, and it ain't working no more. So let's get the cards out. Okay. I'm not taking any downrights. Yeah, that's a trip. I'm going to do 4 more cards. Okay. This is a trip because I had did a reading the other day for someone and these same cards came out. Well, 2 of them is the same card. So the first card is Dr. Grant. Okay. That's dim bones. So there's been messages coming through, right? To the collective. This may not be for everyone, but to a big portion of you guys, this message is for you. If you've been getting messages, like your intuition been telling you that it's time for me to start my journey on the things that I want to do that makes me happy. You know, I want to give back to myself. The 6 of Baskets came out. And then going back to the dim bones, you've been getting confirmations all around you, synchronicities, and you like, oh my God, I was just thinking that. Oh my God, I just, something told me to do that, and then here comes a confirmation. That's because your inner you is speaking. You have to listen. It's time for a change. It's time for you to do what makes you happy, what fulfills you. If you've been, wanting to write that book, wanting to start that business, wanting to stop that job, and I know that I've spoken about this in past readings, but that's what's coming out. I feel like Spirit is urging us to do the things that make us happy because Spirit wants us to be complete. Spirit wants us to be fulfilled. Like we came to this earth to achieve things, to ascend, but we also came for enjoyment also. We're not supposed to have it hard and be going through, so much anguish and pain and stress and all of that. We're not supposed to be going through that, but needless to say, sadly, that's things that people in the world go through. Some people, start off at a young age with, with issues and problems, never getting help. Even if they seek help, their parents seek help, it just don't, it's just not a person that's able to turn it around for them. But the thing is that there is someone that can help if they just listen to the person that they're sitting across, the person with the issue. Allow them to tell you. Don't tell them. If somebody tell you, this is like a therapist, if somebody tell you something is wrong with them, don't finish it up with, well, maybe you should do this, or maybe you should listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Understand where it is that they're coming from. Understand where their heart is. Understand, if, okay, well, they need more work. They need to speak more. It need to come out more, They need to be heard, I feel like only then will it be victory. Only then will not just the confirmations and the synchronicities will come through. Inside, you will feel victorious, and I feel like that's how we all want to feel inside. When we do things, when we accomplish things, or just when we wake up in the morning, I want to feel good when I wake up in the morning. I don't want to wake up like, oh my goodness, my life is miserable, nobody loves me, and da-da-da-da. But at the same time, you can't be one of those people who just a negative Nancy. You have to change the train of thought. You have to be positive. And then once you change a positive plus a positive is a positive, right? A negative plus a positive is a negative. So, I mean, it's just, it's you have to flip it, Like I said, we were indoctrinated with information and they gave it to us backwards. A lot of lies, a lot of BS, you know what I'm saying? In the schools, in the churches, and all of that. Like, it's just, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming to know that the shit that you've been taught for over 20, 15 years was a lie. That's hard. But the thing is you have today to start to you have to want to learn. Like, you have to want to, investigate and do your own investigating so that you can understand, your path. Because we all have our own paths, right? So I feel like that this reading is most definitely, that's the trip at the bottom of the deck, distorted perception. Where is it? Distorted perceptions. Distorted perceptions. And I was just talking about to you guys how the information that they're feeding to our children in these schools and, have fed to us, the churches, just people in general. So it's a history of it. And so the people that's in these companies and that's outside, that we're dealing with, this is the system that they're going by. So now they're speaking it back to us. So we're speaking it back and forth. And it's just one big ass shit show. Okay. It's distorted distorted perceptions. I'm sorry. Perceptions. Distorted perceptions. And those are the things that is where it's time to get away from that and and learn the truth. Whether if you want to know the truth or not, whether if you want to believe it or not, sometimes things are not what you think it is. We all been lied to. We've all been lied to. We all, fought hard for something that we believed in that wasn't true. And I just feel like it's time for us to wake up and change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? So we got the Nine of Wands that came out. And you see, she's sitting there. She's sitting there like, okay, so what's next? Because I know that the Nine of Wands, I said the six, I'm sorry, the Nine of Wands, she like, I know what I have behind me, and I got this stick in my hand, and I'm not going without a fight. You're not just going to tell me anything. That's the energy I'm getting from that card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just going to tell me anything. Either you're going to tell me the truth, and I'm going to know if you're telling me the truth, or I'm going to go figure that shit out myself. I'm not going to stay in this energy, this toxic energy, and this uncomfortable energy. We are outgrowing the things that we once knew to be. Okay? Ooh, that's too many cards, Spirit. So I'm going to pull them back in. Too many cards. Too many cards. Okay. Let's get down and dirty. So I'm gonna shuffle these cards. And I'm not going to shuffle them anymore. I'm being called not to shuffle them anymore because they don't want no distorted connections. They want it to go all back to back, like the cards to come in, and it's going to tell a story. So I'm excited about that. I love when they give that message through. And let's do it. I'm ready because I want to know too. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords came out. Okay. So charging full ahead, charging ahead. Charging ahead. Let me see. Okay, so they getting deep now. Okay. We got the King of Wands, the Chariot out here. We got Judgment out here. Oh, this is taking a whole different turn. Okay, so to the collective, this is very specific. To the collective that's gifted, the chosen ones. There was a gift that was given to you at childhood, at birth. There was a gift that was given to you. And you've been fighting for that gift for a long time. You've been fighting. You've been fighting to stay above water with the closest people to you. With the closest people to you. You've been through it all. You like the wounded warrior. All they've been doing is coming at you. It's always something. It's always some BS. You being left out. Making you feel left out on purpose. Making you feel like you're not a part of the family. Making you feel like it's a trip, because it's kind of like I've been through the same thing. But Spirit wants you to know that judgment, we're under judgment. Everyone is under judgment right now. This is the energy that's coming out. Everyone is under judgment. So you can rest assured. Get yourself together, because the work that's coming for you, you're going to need your rest. All those that went against you and that hurt you, and even the collective that has done things, whether if it's good or bad, you're going to reap what you sowed also. Whatever you put out will come back. So if you putting out good and you've been good to people and, good to your family, or, been doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you're good. But judgment is here. It's no need to worry about what's going to happen to this person that did this to you. It's not your, how can I say it? It should no longer be your worry. It should no longer be your thoughts in your mind, because you're not the one that's going to bring havoc on them. Spirit will. Big Mama will. And we all are under judgment right now. And that's a fact. Okay? So the Chariot also came out. And the Chariot is you being able to leave this toxic shit behind. It's time to move. It's time to move forward and go. It might be hard. It's going to be hard to leave behind relatives, your mama, your daddy. But everybody can't go with you. They haven't done the work. Ain't nobody coming to save nobody. It ain't nobody coming from the sky, dropping from the sky to come and save you. Ain't nobody, because you have to save yourself. You are the only one that can put yourself in a position to ascend. Nobody else can. They telling you this, and that go back to when I was saying about the churches and what we were indoctrinated with and all of that stuff. Ain't nobody coming to save you, okay? There is a spiritual war going on, okay? We have those that watch over us that's been awakened, that left, they went to the other side. I don't believe in death. They went to the other side. And we have ascended masters. We have counsel in the spiritual realm, okay? We got Big Mama, Mother Gaia, Mother God, whatever you want to call her, that feminine energy that watches over us. But we also have dark energy, okay, that's fighting for our souls. And that's why it's good right now to turn away from those that are not helping you become a better you. Those that is not helping bring happiness, stability into your life, Those that don't want to see you, they're saying weird shit, having conversations. They want to know your business more than y'all talking about positive and productive things to do, with each other, And I do want to make sure that I put this out there. I know for a fact that the darkness is not just a bad thing, a negative thing, because that's where we all come from. When you in the womb of your mother's belly, it's dark in there. Before you come down here, you're in a galactic universe. It's dark up there, but that's mother. But there are some dark entities that are not so good, and they are fighting for souls. And the only way to get away from this is to get away from the old way of thinking. Use the gifts that you have to help you grow. Use your intuition. Spirit gave that to you. Speak to your ancestors so that they can help you. Build a relationship with your ancestors so that they can help protect you from these negative entities. Because you can't do it all by yourself. Just as much as we need them on the other side, they need us. So it's good to build a relationship, build an altar, you know. Build an altar. It's not hard. It's not as hard as when you get in the Bible and get to reading the Bible and all them thys and these and shit and the master this and all that shit that they be talking about. Now they make it difficult. It's not difficult to have love in your heart for yourself and want the best for yourself and not want to continue on and be in, you know, a toxic family or a toxic relationship. We got the Queen of Swords that came out in the Wheel of Fortune. If you so choose, if you so choose yourself, and you choose to be divinely guided by the masculine and the feminine energy, you see how she is looking towards the Wheel of Fortune, and things are turning around in her favor because she chose her. You see how the bird is flying high? That's her ancestors. That's her spiritual guides. That's the ascended masters watching over her. Helping her get that helped her, which helped her get to be the Queen of Swords. So if she's thinking productively, she's not allowing anybody to come into her castle, into her empire. She's calling the shots. She knows that the wheel that's turning is in her favor because she knows who she is, and she knows that she's done the work within to have the power to make this happen. Does she has options? Absolutely. In order for her to have got them options, did she have to walk away from the only thing she knew? Absolutely. But did she get a new set of eyes? Did she get a new voice? Did she get a new understanding? Absolutely. Profound was she. It was sad walking away, but she didn't walk away alone. Mother was there. Father was there. All that blue is air. The water. All was around her, cheering her on, and she felt it. She knew that what she was doing was for the best. She had to leave this. Even though the Eight of Cups is more than the Seven of Cups, she was willing to walk away from what she felt was more to what was safe and was more fulfilling, that was going to help her ascend, to understand what this world is truly about and why she came, why she's here. And the roles can reverse. It could be feminine or masculine energy. If you're watching this is not, when I say she, this can be a man or a woman. I hope that this is resonating with you. I really do. I do. You see, she walking away. She said, I can't do it no more. And you know how long it took her to do this? For her to gather herself? I'm sure she was weeping, crying, tears. But you have to at some point. We all are being given a choice. Before we get to this, before we get to the abundance of choosing ourselves and doing the work. It's work that had to be done before you get to this. This is just the beginning. They say don't be afraid. I hear them saying, but don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Okay. It will be satisfying. It will be satisfying. That's the Sun card. You will feel vindicated because this is a decision that you made for yourself. You didn't allow anybody else's perception or perspective or their input on what you were doing. You didn't even tell nobody. You just went on ahead and made that decision. You just went on ahead and made that decision to walk away on your own, because if you would have told anybody, they would have tried to talk you out of it. But now you like a kid in a candy store, sitting on a throne, being able to redesign yourself, being able to unlearn what you thought you knew, what you thought was right. And it's time to get to work. That's the Three of Pentacles. It's time to get to work. It's time to use your mind. It's time to start thinking about, who am I? It's time to do the work. Now let's get to work. Because you walked away. You walked away. They're going to give you some time to rest, and you're going to feel this first. Before you even get to this, before you get to work, they want you to feel this happiness, this love. You see the butterflies and the birds? That's all nature. That's all growth. Get to work. Get to work. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Look at that. At the bottom, we got the 6 of Cups. That's Big Mama that's Big Mama saying, I done already gave you your gifts, baby. I gave them to you when you first came out the womb, when you entered into the womb, baby. And I give it to you many and more times throughout your life. Here are your flowers, my love. You are loved. I don't care what nobody's told you, or if they haven't given you love, or if you never been given love, if you were in a foster care all your life, if you never met your parents, you are loved. The Queen of Cups came out. You see how she's looking at her cup? The only way she was able to sit here and be so close to spirit. You see how the water is washing up on her feet? That's Father protecting her. That's Father protecting her. Think of the ocean, all the oceans. What's more powerful than that? Not a goddamn thing. That can gobble this whole world up if the water just wanted to. Gobble the whole world up. When you know you got the water at your feet, because we do, the water at your feet to help you and guide you, I'll put a death to anything. It's time for a death to the old system, the old way of thinking. Stop thinking negative. Stop hanging around toxic people. Stop having toxic conversations. And it's not easy. It's easier said than done. You have to start practicing. Sometimes you might just have to, I'm going to go. Because you can get wrapped up and caught up if it's something that you've been doing with certain people. Even people really, really close to you. Like, well, I can do it with her because I only do it with her. This is the only person. I only do it with him. This is the only person. Nah. Talk about something that's going to help you elevate. Talk about something that's going to help you vibrate. That's going to help you feel good inside, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Step out. Step out. The Fool card the Fool card talks about us stepping out on a limb, stepping out on faith, not worried about if we're going to be okay or not. Not worried about if we're going to be okay or not. You have to know that shit. Yeah, shit going to happen. It ain't going to always be, flowers and walking through the park. You have to fall in order to learn, in order to get up stronger. You know what I'm saying? In order to get to this, you don't just get this. This just don't come. And this is your soul I'm talking about. Yeah, it's people that's born into money. But that don't mean they happy. They don't understand this. But they gonna have to. Are they gonna be another lost soul? Another walking dead with some money? Money ain't shit. Money don't mean nothing. It's good to have. You need it to take care of your family, to pay your bills and stuff, but that's not all. That's not the all and the end all. It's about the love that you have in your heart and the compassion that you have for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And stepping out and believing in yourself, believing in your intuition, believing in, believing that you can make a difference in this world. And it first starts with you. Okay, y'all. So I don't want it to be heck alone. So I'm gonna do one card from the Animal Tarot. It's the Animal Spiritual Tarot. We're gonna see what animal come out for you guys. I hope this is resonating with you guys. I hope that it helps. If there's anything that you might need to talk about, you need a listening ear, I will put my information down in the description box. I am all ears and willing to listen, okay? Let's see what Animal Spirit put out and see what instinctual instincts that he wants us to, the divine wants us to have with us on this journey. So we have the dragonfly. Okay. So that's the dragonfly. Ooh. Alright. My bad. I got nails on, so it's hard for me to pick this up. So we got the dragonfly. I'm going to set this up right here. Okay. I appreciate you guys again for coming over to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. I do readings. You have to just email me because I be off and on with doing them because us readers that channel messages, we do have to take breaks and get rest, a lot of rest, because it takes a lot out of us when we do readings, especially if it's a lot of energy that's put into it, for that person that is intended for. So all you have to do is shoot me an email and I'll let you know if I am or not. So the dragonfly is Master of Light, illusions in the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient what is this? Anthro creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. Appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. When in balance, so when you're in balance, sees clearly, joyful, magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, busy mind. To bring into balance, focus on the breath. So it's good to focus and breathe, and that helps you, stop the voices, in your mind, which is the overthinking and, the erratic, thinking or whatever the case may be. Focus on breathing. I feel like this is a good card that came out because in order on your journey, when you start your journey or if you have started your journey, it's good to meditate, or take walks and focus on your breathing because now you're focusing on something. And so throughout your journey, when you're focusing on things, it's more, you have a more secure line on that to get things done, and your mind is not all over the place. You could focus in on that, and it could be some of your best work, you know? So let's see. So I'm going to do these cards. I'm going to do like a few of these cards from the Love Oracles. I think I showed it on one of my videos, but it's the Love Oracle card. So if you guys want to go grab those from Amazon, that's where I got all my cards. Well, no, just these. Not all of them, but majority of my cards came from Amazon. So yeah. Let's see, and this is going to be the closing cards. We've been on here for 40 minutes. I did not want to go into an hour. But hey, what the hell? Spirit had a message to get through, right? Hope that you guys, you know, are doing well spiritually, mentally. You know, I send out my love, you know. I send out my prayers to you guys, you know, that we all become an awakened species at some point, because it's much needed, because things are really changing. Things are really changing right now, and we're going to need it. Like, we really are. Like, okay, so I keep dropping cards, y'all. So I'm going to take these two cards. Okay, so it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, if you have any romance or anything, Cupid's arrow strikes. Okay, so you might have somebody coming through, you know, you might meet somebody that can help you on your journey. Not saying that you will be with them for the rest of your life, but it might be a lesson or a blessing. You never know. Okay, so it says, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay, it says, life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. And that's the same thing the Dragonfly card was talking about, y'all. Listen, when we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Let's do like two more, because them cards was awesome. I like those. Those came out and they went with the message. Absolutely. Okay. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Okay. I'm going to do two more for you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming to Ashley Tribe. It says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. If you are going through the dark night of soul right now within yourself, and you know you're trying to figure yourself out and you are in a relationship, this card right here speaks volume. You're not going to be able to fully go on your path if you have toxic energies around you. So criticizing and all of that can most definitely slow you down on your path. If you guys not on the same height, you might need to reevaluate that relationship. So criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform, right? Or if you don't want to accept each other for who the other person is, or where they're going in life, or where they at, just go on. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning lesson. We come in each other's lives. These are karmic relationships. We are not meant to stay with just one person. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to get to know each other on this world, and you know what I'm saying, move around, and like we're supposed to, that's how we learn from one another. So sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. And I feel like this is honor, and it could fall in a lot of different categories, but sacred union should be within yourself. You should have a sacred union within yourself before anyone outside of you. So thank you, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming to Ashley's Tribe to Wealth. I hope that this message finds you in good spirit, and yes, blessed be to all.